watching ABC4 News.
Now to WNBA star Brittney Griner, recovering in Texas after returning to the U.S. ABC's Faith Abube with Griner's reunion and a look at the conditions she lived in during her time in a Russian prison.
WNBA star Brittney Griner reuniting with her wife Sherelle after spending a grueling 10 months in Russian detention. A smiling Griner seen on the flight home.
Are you ready for flight?
Yes.
U.S. officials who met her on the ground said she was in very good spirits, appears to be in good health.
The State Department says the 32-year-old Olympic gold medalist receiving treatment at an Army medical center in Texas.
The U.S. military has quite a bit of experience with bringing people back, hostages back, people from war zones that have been rescued. And so she's going to get top flight care. This isn't the first time that they've had to deal with somebody who's been held in captivity for a long time.
Griner was detained back in February for traveling with hashish oil, a substance banned in Russia. Her sentence of 9 years landing her in a penal colony. Her Russian lawyer telling ESPN that she recently had the flu and cut her signature hair to have an easier time with the harsh winter coming. Adding, Griner spent her days carrying fabric because she was too tall to sit at the sewing table where other prisoners worked. Her release coming after months of negotiations with the Russians. A prisoner swap with Victor Bout, a notorious arms dealer imprisoned in the U.S. for 15 years. In his first interview, he told a Russian reporter that he did not feel any anti-Russian sentiment while in prison in the U.S. While there is no timeline as to when Griner might return home to Arizona and the Phoenix Mercury, friends and teammates relieved to have her back.
Everyone's on cloud nine. We're extremely excited, and now, just worried about her well-being.
Phoenix Mercury team president Vince Kosar communicating with Griner while she was detained.
So we talked a lot about basketball in her letters, and I know how important it is to her. So, I don't know what her future plans are. Like I said, that's up to her on her timetable. But knowing her as I do, I'm optimistic.
Griner's release bittersweet for former U.S. Marine Paul Whelan, imprisoned in Russia since 2018, sentenced to 16 years of hard labor. On Friday, Putin saying the door is still open for prisoner swaps.
The Russians see Whelan as a spy, and they want a spy in return if they are going to give up Whelan. So right now, we're at an impasse until the Russians come up with somebody that they would ask for in return for Whelan.